I promise you that you won't believe anything that Trump says or his administration after watching this video.
Our interest, I think, very much is in not going to war with Iran.
They said he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars.
A president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective.
You're not going to have a war with me, and you're not going to have a third world war with me. That I can tell you.
A vote for Donald Trump is a vote for a man who wants to end wars, not start them.
I was the first president in decades who started no new wars. We don't need the wars. Foreign lands, countries you've never heard of, countries that don't even want us there.
President Trump is a president of peace. We want to have good relationships with everybody.
I am the candidate of peace.
President Trump is the peace president.
We've spent $8 trillion in the Middle East, and we're not fixing our roads in this country. How stupid is it?
They're all liars.
So you remember when Trump spent years mocking Obama for the Iran deal, which prevented Iran from getting a nuclear weapon?
Obama gave them $1.7 billion in cash in an attempt to buy their respect and loyalty, but it didn't work. They laughed at our president and went on with their mission to have a nuclear bomb. His Iran deal would have led to a colossal arsenal of massive nuclear weapons for Iran.
Except now Iran has more leverage than ever before because the war has proved they are stronger than people thought.
The war in Iran, the ceasefire, your gas prices all hinge on one person. And nope, it's not Donald Trump. Former U.S. diplomat here, and let me tell you, it's this guy, Benjamin Netanyahu. Prime Minister of Israel 3 times over, loves Donald Trump, loves to mess with American politics, usually via AIPAC. In 2015, he mobilized Congress against Obama's Iran nuclear deal. He even flipped some Democrats against their own president.
Is developing now ballistic missiles that are intercontinental ballistic missiles for 8,000 kilometer range. What does that mean? They add another 3,000 kilometers, and they've got under their atomic guns, New York City in target, Washington, Boston, Miami, Mar-a-Lago.
So that was from back in October of 2025. And I don't know if you caught it, but when Bibi Netanyahu is talking about how Iran has the potential to get intercontinental ballistic missiles, he mentions major cities in the United States, but then he does something really interesting. He lumps in Mar-a-Lago with those major cities.
A new report has revealed that Donald Trump changed his mind about including Lebanon in the ceasefire agreement after a phone call with Benjamin Netanyahu. Shortly after Netanyahu publicly vowed to keep striking Lebanon, Trump called him and practically begged him to stop doing this to prevent the ceasefire from collapsing. That same day, Israel carried out the largest bombing campaign in Lebanon since the start of the war, and the day after that, they continued doing it. Trump confirmed that Lebanon was excluded from the 2-week truce because of the presence of Hezbollah. This comes after it was discovered that Netanyahu was the one who convinced Trump to start this war in the first place during a secret meeting.
Everything that Donald Trump is doing, he's doing because he has no choice but to do. If Donald Trump goes against the Zionist agenda, he will go to jail for the rest of his life for being complicit in the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. People are saying Donald Trump said no new wars. Donald Trump said, why are we fighting other people's battles? If the war isn't important for America, why are we getting in it? But now you see him, he completely contradicted himself.
Greetings to you, my BPPN family. Welcome to Bold Perspectives Network. I'm Mr. Red. Now, I played that opening montage because I wanted you to see exactly what I am seeing. It is easy to sit here and say that this is all Donald Trump's fault, which it is, because the buck stops with the president. But Donald Trump is being potentially controlled, coerced, blackmailed by one net man over in It's Not Real. I haven't connected these dots like I'm about to do today or like I've done in this original video or this the opening clips, but it's time that we do that. A lot of you were putting these dots together in the comments, and I wanted to show you all that I understand what's going on as well. And I have always been reluctant to do that on this channel because see what already trouble I'm already in? See how they try to knock a brother down? I want to also include how our politicians are being influenced by It's Not Real, and how we seem to be prioritizing It's Not Real over the United States, which begs the question, is America compromised right now? Make sure you go over and check out the new channel, Red Ninja Network. That's where we're going to do more quick and daily news there. Here is going to be for the deep dives. Let's strap in. Let's get after it.
When you look at the last few years since October 7th, many people in this part of the world say what happened in Gaza does not align with Christian values. Killing children, killing mothers,
well, be honest
killing
with
families
you,
who are not militants.
Yeah, I don't buy that at all.
Why?
Because what did we do in World War II? Did we think 1 minute about starving the Germans? Did we bomb every city into smithereens? So this is a war. No,
October 7th to World War II.
Yes, I am. This is an absolute existential threat to the Jewish people, to the world. If you don't understand this is a threat to Israel's
and then
survival,
they flattened Gaza.
Just flatten it. We flattened Berlin. We flattened Tokyo. Were we wrong to drop an atomic bomb to end the Japanese reign of terror? Were we?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Well, we finally know why the Iran war is being fought. And this may come as a shock to you, but the reason Senate Republicans blocked a bill requiring approval for the Iran war is now clear and simple. The war is making them richer. Case in point, Senator Susan Collins, who, by the way, is up for re-election this year. So keep that in mind.
I just wanted to ask you about your household shares in military companies.
I have no idea what you're talking about. The household?
Yeah. Your husband? That you know about?
I truly don't know. No, I don't know what my husband's holdings are.
I was just kidding you. She lied as always and said that she knows nothing about her husband's stock. By going to the Senate Financial Disclosure Database to do what Collins can't apparently be bothered to do, find out how much she's benefiting from voting in favor of the war in Iran. And this is what I found out. Senator Collins' husband owns shares of military companies like Raytheon and Boeing, and of oil companies like Phillips 66 and Conoco. So how much exactly did she benefit? To put it in perspective, just in oil stocks, Susan Collins made $24,000 in profit in a month.
There are 100 U.S. senators. Last year, 93 out of 100 U.S. senators were people whose campaigns had been funded by Israel, AIPAC, and the Israel lobby. 93 out of 100 U.S. senators were taking money from a group that represents a foreign government and foreign interests in order to operate our government on behalf of someone else.
I don't take a dime of PAC money, lobbyist money, since I've been in Congress. And I don't believe in super PACs. And so I can vote my conscience. But if you have people who have a particular point of view, in AIPAC's case, they're basically whatever Netanyahu does is right. That's their point of view.
I want you all to realize that it's not just Republicans. We have a corrupt body of government right now that is being influenced and controlled by foreign powers through money and donations and through untraceable PACs. And the Supreme Court has allowed these PACs to be able to donate like people. So until we get money out of politics, nothing's going to change. But again, if you think this is just a Republican problem, it's not.
And Netanyahu then ridicules us and says, let me tell you something about America, okay? America is a thing that is easily moved. 80% of them support us. It's absurd.
Forget it. I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day.
If you enjoy having a cell phone, thank Israel for that.
I came into Congress 13 years ago with the stated intention of being the leading defender of Israel in the United States Senate. And I've worked every day to do that.
Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel.
Does that mean I think we should put the interests of America over Israel? No.
It's one of the most important things I do.
to watch be the guardian of Israel.
Israel today, Israel tomorrow, Israel forever. God bless you.
There is no Palestinian state, no matter how many papers they put out.
Our prayer is that America will always stand with Israel.
If this capital crumbled to the ground, the one thing that would remain is our commitment to our aid, and I don't even call it aid, our cooperation with Israel.
It is up to Israel, and we should support our allies wherever they are when they're fighting the bad guys.
Israel is our greatest ally.
So to our allies in Israel and to the Jewish people around the world, my message to you is this: reinforcements are on the way.
And he loves Israel too. Shockingly, the DNC just voted down a resolution condemning AIPAC dark money spending. How out of touch do you have to be? AIPAC spent $14 million of dark money in Illinois primaries. 2 presidential candidates for 2028 lobbied DNC members to get them to vote this down. Anyone who hopes to lead this party must condemn and reject AIPAC money. And anyone who hopes to lead this party must be against another dollar going in military aid to Israel.
How can we be expected to change anything in this country when they're not going to listen to us? You're going to listen to the people who spent money in your campaign to get you to lobby for the interests that they have. If you're not donating to these people's campaign, and if you don't have your own PAC, and if you don't have your own group, and you're not willing to vote as a block with your money, with your votes, these people don't care. And your own DNC members are being supported by these very same people.
And I know it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it, and quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
I mean that we need to control the platforms, all the social platforms. We need to stack rank the authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online and take control over what they are saying based on that ranking.
The government
should
control the social media.
Zionism's on its last leg. It only exists by the weight of its propaganda, and that propaganda has collapsed entirely. The world sees Israel for what it is, and it can't last for long in its current state. You cannot expect change in a society this far gone. It is full-throated fascist, and that's why they act the way they do, with full, total impunity.
Israel, our unmentioned partner in this war, decided to bomb civilians in Beirut, Lebanon. Bomb civilians, apartment blocks. That's not anti-Israeli hyperbole. That's not blood libel. That is measurably true because there's video of it, a lot of it, because Beirut is one of the greatest and most civilized cities on the planet. Beirut is also, by the way, the capital of the only country in the Middle East whose president is a Christian. The president of Lebanon has always been a Christian since the founding of the country. And for many concern for Israel, but Beirut is a separate question. Beirut is a Mediterranean city that is not controlled by Hezbollah. And Israel is bombing apartment blocks in Beirut, Lebanon.
Recently, I saw a very disturbing video, and it was a video of people in It's Not Real being interviewed. And maybe some of you have seen this as well, but they were being interviewed and they were asked about how they feel about the people over in Gaza. They were asked about these people, and with a cold stare in their eye, they didn't give a care.
When there is a war, it doesn't matter who your enemy is, you need to destroy their offspring to prevent them from creating more offspring.
These are the settlers in waiting, keen to start a new life, to annex Gaza for Israel. But what of the Palestinians who live in Gaza now?
I just think we need to kill them, every one of them, and that's it.
Speaking about more than 2 million Arabs, they will not stay there. We, Jews, will be in Gaza.
That sounds like ethnic cleansing.
That seems sociopathic.
I can...
Doesn't it?
No, not at all. This is normal.
If anything, I also saw another video where they sit in their lawn chairs and watch as the bombs get hurled over into the West Bank. And so now if you look at pictures of the West Bank, it is completely leveled. I mean, it looks like something out of a post-apocalyptic movie. You're telling me that you pretty much had to destroy everyone's homes to find these supposed terrorists, right, that you're going after. To do it, you had to destroy everything? It's not a really big land. You telling me you couldn't go door to door to find these people? Why is it that so many journalists and doctors have been eliminated? How is that possible? How is it that they wouldn't let humanitarian aid in there? What was that going to do? The picture I'm painting for you is a civilization of people who have zero empathy. And we're going to talk about that in a future video.
I just did a video about 30 minutes ago. I've been trying to get it appealed. The appeal did not get approved. Anyways, I presented some identities, okay, of certain ICE agents located specifically in Chicago. A group that I associate myself with went through some public records and found over 2,000 ICE agents, right? Well, throughout those 2,000 ICE agents, specifically 121 of them, right, had experience as an ex-IDF soldier. You'd notice that their last names in particular, right, all lead back to one specific location with no other job experience. A whole motherfucking list of these people, and they all look the same. Which tells me exactly why they're choosing to hide their faces, because just imagine, right, if some information like that were to get out. Which is why I'm making this video once again.
Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, just passed a bill. The House of Representatives just passed a bill that gives the soldiers of the IDF, that's the Israeli Defense Force, you now have Israeli Defense Force foreign military receiving United States military benefits.
This is true.
Wow, what he just said, what Joey just said, people here can't even afford health insurance, and now they're giving it to a foreign country, which in my opinion is a fucking enemy.
Listen, I couldn't show all of that video because I obviously don't want it to get flagged. But let me tell you, I share some of the sentiments that man expressed. Here we are, we have veterans that are sleeping in the streets. And we had administrations, the Obama administration, who helped to try to reduce the homelessness of veterans by half. Yet there was still so much more work to do. And everything that has been done in this Trump administration has been to hurt veterans, has been to try to potentially strip away rights from more veterans. And how could you all respect this man when he doesn't respect our men and women who have fought and served for this country when he did not? How can you respect someone who does that? All of these things, your gas prices, your grocery bills, all these things, your electric bill, all these things are going up in price. And the people who make the rules, who are in charge right now, which happen to be Republicans at this moment, are making rules that are going to make themselves richer and make life worse for us.
We Jews are God's chosen people, and the Gentiles must learn their purpose in life is to fight and die for Israel.
I will not die for Israel or the Jews.
I'm not dying for Israel.
I will not die for Israel.
I'm not dying for Israel. I will not die for Israel.
I won't die for Israel. Neither should you.
I'm not dying for Israel. I will not die for Israel. I will not die for Israel.
I will not die for Israel.
I will not die for Israel.
I will not die for Israel.
I will not die for Israel.
I ain't dying for Israel.
I will not die for Israel.
I'm not dying for Israel.
U.S. Army vet. Never should have been over there in the first place, and I sure as hell ain't dying for Israel.
Stay vigilant, stay engaged, stay revolutionary.